She was 9 years old, standing in the rain outside Westfield Tower, soaked, shivering, desperate. Security tried to remove her 3 times, but Maya Chen kept coming back, clutching a handmade sign that read, "Please give me a job. My mama is dying." When billionaire Owen Westfield finally saw her, he did what everyone expected. He walked right past her, but then he stopped, turned around, and asked one question that changed both their lives forever. "What kind of job are you looking for?" Because what this little girl revealed, and what Owen discovered about her dying mother, exposed a truth so devastating it didn't just save one life. It brought an entire corrupt system to its knees. Have you ever met a child who had more courage than most adults? Comment below, because this story will break your heart and put it back together again. Maya Chen was 9 years old, 4th grade, straight A student, and currently standing in the rain begging for work. She'd been there since 6 a.m. It was now noon. Her shoes were soaked through. Her handmade sign was bleeding ink. But she didn't move. She couldn't. Mama needed her. Security approached for the 4th time. "Kid, you gotta go. Please. Just 5 more minutes. I said the same thing an hour ago. Please." The guard sighed. He had kids too. 5 minutes, then I'm calling your parents. My mama's in the hospital. Where's your dad? Maya looked down. Don't have one. The guard's expression softened. Then who's watching you? No one. That's why I need a job. You're 9. I can work. I'm strong. I clean good. I don't eat much. Kid, please. Mama's medicine costs $4,000. Insurance won't pay. We have 3 days or they stop treatment. The guard knelt down. I'm sorry. I really am. But Mr. Westfield doesn't hire kids. Then can I just talk to him, just for 1 minute? He doesn't talk to people without appointments. Then how do I get an appointment? You need an assistant to schedule one. How do I get an assistant? You don't. Look, kid. Maya's eyes filled with tears. She tried so hard not to cry. Mama said big girls don't cry in public. But she was tired. So tired. The guard stood. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $20. Get something to eat. Go home. I don't want money. I want a job. There's no job for a 9-year-old. Then I'll wait until there is. She sat down on the wet pavement. The guard shook his head, walked back to his post, called someone. Maya didn't know who. She just kept waiting. Inside the building, Owen Westfield was having the worst day of his year, and his years were usually terrible. He was 46 years old, billionaire, CEO of Westfield Pharmaceuticals, and completely miserable. His company was under investigation. Price gouging. Patients dying because they couldn't afford medication. The media was brutal. His board wanted him to step down. Owen refused. Not because he cared about the company, but because he had nothing else. No wife, no kids, no life outside these walls. Just money he didn't need and a reputation in ruins. His assistant knocked. What? Security called. There's a child outside. Tell them to call child services. They did. She ran before they arrived, came back an hour later. Not my problem. She's asking for a job. Owen looked up. A job? Says, her mother is dying. Needs money for treatment. Owen's jaw clenched. Of course she does. Sir, it's a scam. Some parent using their kid to get money. She's been out there for 6 hours, in the rain. Then she's committed to the con. The assistant hesitated. She has a sign. Handmade. Says her mother needs medicine from our company. Owen froze. Our company? Yes, sir. I looked into it. Her mother has stage 4 cancer. The treatment costs $4,000 a month. Insurance denied coverage. Why? Pre-existing condition loophole. Owen stood. Walked to the window. Looked down. 43 floors below, a tiny figure sat on the pavement, holding a soggy piece of cardboard. His company made the drug her mother needed. He'd set the price himself, $4,000. It cost $12 to manufacture. Owen turned away from the window. Send her home. Sir, I said send her home. The assistant left. Owen sat at his desk, tried to work, couldn't. That little girl's face. He'd seen it for only a second, but it stuck. An hour later, his assistant returned. She's still there. What? The little girl? Security can't make her leave. Every time they pick her up, she comes back. Call the police. They did. She told them she's protesting. Apparently that's legal. She's 9. A very smart 9. Owen rubbed his temples. What does she want? To talk to you? Absolutely not. She said she'll wait as long as it takes. She'll give up eventually. Sir, it's been 7 hours. She's not giving up. Owen looked at his assistant. Margaret had worked for him for 12 years. She never pushed back. Until now. You think I should see her? It's not my place to say, but you're saying it anyway. Margaret met his eyes. She's a child, Mr. Westfield, begging for her mother's life. What would it cost you to give her 5 minutes? Everything. Or nothing. Owen stood. Fine. Bring her up. Margaret's face lit up. Really? 5 minutes. That's it. Thank you, sir. She left quickly. Before he could change his mind, 10 minutes later, there was a knock. Owen braced himself. Come in. The door opened. Maya Chen walked in. She was tiny, soaked through, hair plastered to her face, shoes squishing with every step, but her head was high. She looked directly at Owen and spoke clearly. Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Westfield. Owen gestured to a chair. Sit. Maya sat, perched on the edge, back straight, hands folded in her lap, like she'd practiced. Owen sat across from her, studied this child who'd spent 7 hours in the rain for 5 minutes of his time. What's your name? Maya Chen. I'm 9 years old. I'm in 4th grade. My favorite subject is math. Why are you here, Maya? Because my mama needs medicine and we can't afford it. So you want money? No, sir. I want a job. You're 9. I know. But I can work. I'm good at cleaning. I can organize. I'm really good at math. I help my teacher grade papers sometimes. Owen almost smiled. That's not a job. I could make it one. I could tutor other kids, or file things, or answer phones. We have people for that. Then I'll do something they don't do. Like what? Maya thought hard. I could test your medicines. Owen's blood ran cold. What? Your medicines? I could test them. Tell you if they work. You want to be a test subject? If it pays for Mama's treatment, yes. Owen leaned back. This child, offering her body, for her mother. That's illegal. Oh, Maya's face fell. And dangerous. I didn't know. Sorry. She stood. Thank you for your time, sir. Wait. Maya turned. Owen didn't know what he was doing, but he kept talking. This medicine your mother needs. What's it called? Oncovex R. How do you know about it? The doctor said it could save her. But our insurance won't cover it. Why not? They said Mama's cancer was from smoking. But Mama never smoked, not once. Owen knew this game. Insurance companies denied coverage however they could. How long does your mother have? Without treatment, maybe 2 months. With treatment, maybe 2 years. Maybe more. Owen pulled up her file. Chen, Linda. 42. Stage 4 lung cancer. The treatment would cost $48,000 for a year. His company would profit $47,000 of that. Maya watched him. Can you help us? Owen looked at this little girl. So small. So brave. Willing to do anything for her mother. He thought about his own mother. Dead 20 years. He'd been rich even then. Could have saved her. Didn't try hard enough. Too focused on the company. On making more money. She died alone while he closed a deal in Tokyo. Owen made a decision. I'll cover your mother's treatment. Maya's eyes went wide. Really? 1 year. Fully paid. Maya burst into tears. Thank you so much. But there's a condition. Anything. You work for me. Maya wiped her eyes. Doing what? Going to school. Getting good grades. That's your job. That's not a job. It is now. You report your grades to me monthly. If you maintain a B average, your mother's treatment continues. What if I get an A? Then I'll be impressed. Maya smiled. First real smile. It transformed her whole face. I can do that. Good. Can I go tell Mama? Owen stood. I'll drive you. You will? Margaret will arrange it. Maya ran to him, hugged him. Owen froze. He couldn't remember the last time someone hugged him. Thank you, Mr. Westfield. You saved my Mama's life. She let go. Ran out to tell Margaret. Owen stood alone in his office. Something had shifted. He didn't know what yet, but for the first time in years, he didn't feel empty. If a child asked you for help, would you turn them away or listen? Tell me in the comments. Owen drove Maya to the hospital himself. Margaret protested. Sir, I can arrange a driver. I'll do it. But your schedule. Cancel it. Margaret stared. Owen Westfield never cancelled anything, but he was already grabbing his coat. Maya sat in the passenger seat, eyes wide. This car is really nice. It's just a car. It smells like new leather. Owen almost smiled. Do you like it? It's the nicest thing I've ever been in. They drove in silence. Then Maya spoke. Why are you being nice to me? Owen kept his eyes on the road. I'm not nice. You're helping my mama. That's nice. That's business. Business? You're going to work hard in school. That benefits society. Society benefits my company. Oh. Maya went quiet. Then spoke again. I think you're nicer than you think you are. Owen didn't respond. They arrived at the hospital. County General. Old. Overcrowded. Underfunded. Maya led him inside. 4th floor. Room 412. They took the elevator. Maya bounced on her toes. Mama's going to be so happy. The elevator opened. They walked down the corridor. Maya pushed open a door. Mama! Mama, guess what? A woman lay in the bed. Thin, pale, barely 40 but looked 60. She turned her head, saw Maya, smiled weakly. Baby, you're soaked. Where have you been? I got you medicine. What? Maya pulled Owen into the room. This is Mr. Westfield. He's going to pay for your treatment. Linda Chen's eyes went wide. Maya, what did you do? I got a job. You what? Owen stepped forward. Mrs. Chen, your daughter spent 7 hours outside my building asking for work. I've agreed to fund your treatment. Linda tried to sit up, winced. Maya rushed to help her. We can't accept that. Why not? Because we can't pay you back. I don't want you to. Then why? Maya interrupted. I have to keep my grades up. That's my job. If I do good in school, you get medicine. Linda looked at Owen. Is this real? Owen nodded. Treatment starts tomorrow. I've already contacted your doctor. Linda's eyes filled with tears. Why would you do this? Owen didn't have a good answer. Because Maya asked. Linda pulled her daughter close. Both crying. Owen stepped back. Gave them privacy. He called the hospital administrator. Arranged payment. Full year up front. Best doctors. Private room. When he returned, Linda was sitting up. Color already returning to her face. Just from hope. Mr. Westfield. Owen. Owen. I don't know how to thank you. Thank Maya. She's the persistent one. She gets that from her father. The words were quiet. Sad. Maya's face fell. Linda noticed. Changed the subject quickly. Maya, show Mr. Westfield your report card. Mama. Go on. Maya pulled a crumpled paper from her backpack. Handed it to Owen. All A's. Except 1 B in PE. Owen raised an eyebrow. P? I'm not good at running, but excellent at everything else. Linda spoke with pride. She's the smartest kid in her class, maybe the whole school. Mama, it's true. Her teachers say she could skip a grade. Why doesn't she? Linda's smile faded. We move a lot. Hard to skip grades when you're always the new kid. Why do you move? Rent. When I got sick, I lost my job. Couldn't afford our place. Where do you live now? Linda hesitated. A shelter. Temporarily. Owen's jaw tightened. Not anymore. What? I'm moving you both. Today. You can't. I can. And I am. Linda shook her head. This is too much. Your daughter stood in the rain for 7 hours. The least I can do is make sure she has a roof over her head. Linda looked at Maya. Then back at Owen. Why? Owen met her eyes. Because someone should have done it for my mother. No one did. Understanding passed between them. Linda nodded. Thank you. By evening, Owen had arranged everything. An apartment in a safe neighborhood. 2 bedrooms. Furnished, close to Maya's school and the hospital. Maya stood in the middle of the living room, spinning, laughing. This is ours? For as long as you need it. She ran to Owen, hugged him again. He was less stiff this time, almost hugged back. Linda watched from the doorway. Wheelchair bound but smiling. You're a good man, Owen Westfield. I'm really not. Then you're a good man pretending not to be. Why would I do that? I don't know. But I intend to find out. Over the next weeks, something unexpected happened. Owen visited. At first to check on the treatment, then to see Maya's grades. Then just because. Maya would talk non-stop about school. Her friends. Her projects. Her dreams. Owen listened. And somewhere along the way, started caring. He attended her science fair. She won first place. Beam theory demonstrated with popsicle sticks. Owen clapped louder than anyone. He came to her spelling bee. She made it to regionals. Lost on the word prestidigitation. Owen told her he couldn't spell it either. He showed up to parent-teacher conferences. The teacher assumed he was Maya's father. He didn't correct her. Linda watched it all. This lonely billionaire becoming human again. One little girl at a time. One night, after Maya went to bed, Linda spoke. You know you don't have to keep coming. I know, but you do anyway. I like her. She's smart, focused. She adores you. Owen looked away. She shouldn't. Why not? Because people who get close to me get hurt. Is that what happened with your mother? Owen's head snapped up. How? Maya mentioned it once. Said you told her someone should have helped your mother. Owen was quiet. Then spoke. She had cancer too. I was building the company. Too busy to notice how sick she was. By the time I paid attention, it was too late. I'm sorry. I could have saved her. Had the money, the resources, just didn't make time. And now, you're making time for us. I'm trying not to make the same mistake twice. Linda reached for his hand. You're a good man, Owen. I'm trying to be. That's all any of us can do. Months passed. Linda's treatment worked. Tumor shrinking. Strength returning. Maya thrived. Straight A's. New friends. Confidence blooming. And Owen felt something he hadn't in years. Purpose. But nothing good lasts forever. The company investigation concluded. Federal charges filed. Price gouging. Fraud. Corruption. Owen was named personally. The board demanded his resignation. He gave it. The media swarmed. Billionaire CEO steps down amid scandal. Owen lost everything. His company, his reputation, his fortune. Well, most of it. He still had enough to keep his promises. He showed up at the apartment. Linda answered, saw his face. Oh no, it's done. I'm out. She pulled him inside. Maya ran over. Owen, I got an A on my history test. That's wonderful. She noticed his expression. What's wrong? Owen knelt down. I need to tell you both something. They sat. He explained. The investigation, the charges, the resignation. I'm no longer CEO. I've lost access to company resources. Maya's face crumpled. Does that mean Mama's medicine stops? No. I've set up a trust. Your mother's treatment is covered. So is this apartment. Your education. Everything I promised. But I won't have anything else. Linda understood. You're losing everything. Everything I built on lies. Owen. It's okay. I deserve it. Maya climbed into his lap. You're still my friend though, right? Owen's voice cracked. If you'll have me, always. Linda spoke. Owen, you have a place here. With us. For as long as you need. I can't. You helped us when we had nothing. Let us help you. Owen looked at these two people. This mother and daughter who had nothing, offering him everything. Okay. He moved in the next day. Slept on the couch. For the first time in his life, Owen Westfield wasn't a billionaire. He was just a man, trying to do better. And somehow, that felt like enough. Have you ever lost everything, only to find what truly matters? Share your story below. Owen learned what poverty felt like. Real poverty. Budgeting groceries. Public transportation. Saying no to things you want. It was humbling. And necessary. He got a job at a pharmacy. Entry level. Stocking shelves. The manager didn't recognize him. Or didn't care. The pay was minimal, but honest. Owen contributed to rent. Bought groceries. Helped Maya with homework. He became part of their small family. Linda returned to work. Part-time at first. Then, full-time. Data entry for an insurance company. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. Maya continued to excel. She was moved up a grade. Youngest in her class. Still the smartest. One evening, she asked Owen a question. Do you miss being rich? Sometimes. What do you miss most? The power to help people. You still help people. How? You helped me with math. You helped Mama cook. You helped Mr. Chen downstairs fix his sink. That's not the same. Why not? Because it's small. Small things matter too. Owen looked at this 11-year-old. Wiser than he'd ever been. You're right. I know. She grinned. Humble pie tastes terrible, doesn't it? The worst. They laughed. Months became a year. Linda's cancer went into remission. Full remission. The doctors called it a miracle. Owen called it science. Linda called it a blessing. Maya called it awesome. They celebrated with pizza. Cheap pizza from the place down the street. Owen couldn't remember the last time food tasted so good. The legal case against Owen continued. He was fined heavily. All remaining assets seized except the trust for Linda and Maya. He faced possible jail time. His lawyer was pessimistic, but Owen was at peace. He'd made his choices. Now he'd face the consequences. The trial lasted 3 weeks. Linda and Maya attended every day, sitting in the back, supporting him. The prosecution painted Owen as a monster, greedy, heartless, corrupt. They weren't wrong about who he'd been. The defense called character witnesses, employees he'd helped, programs he'd funded, and Linda Chen. She took the stand, told her story, how Owen saved her life, changed his own, became a better man. The prosecutor challenged her. Isn't it true he only helped you after he was caught? No. He helped us months before the investigation concluded. How do you know? Because I keep receipts, dates, records. She presented evidence. Owen's payments started before the investigation, before the media attention. When no one was watching, the prosecutor sat down. Maya was called next. The judge was hesitant. She's 12. But Maya insisted. She spoke clearly, confidently, told the jury how Owen showed up, kept his promises, became family. Mr. Westfield made mistakes, big ones, but he's trying to fix them. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Admit when we're wrong and do better. The courtroom was silent. Even the prosecutor looked moved. The jury deliberated for 2 days, returned with a verdict, guilty on most charges, but recommended leniency, community service instead of jail time. Owen was sentenced to 5 years probation, 2,000 hours of community service, and a lifetime ban from pharmaceutical executive positions. He accepted it all. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed. Owen ignored them. Walked to Linda and Maya. They hugged him. You're free. Not free, but alive. That's enough. They went home, had dinner, watched a movie. Normal. Beautiful. Enough. Owen started his community service. teaching financial literacy at community centers, helping families understand medical billing, advocating for pricing transparency. He became the voice for people he'd once exploited, and he meant every word. Years passed. Maya graduated high school, top of her class, full scholarship to MIT. Owen cried at her graduation. Linda too. At the reception, Maya gave a speech. She thanked her teachers, her mother, and Owen, the man who showed me that it's never too late to choose kindness over profit, who taught me that true wealth isn't money, it's showing up for the people you love. Standing ovation. Owen couldn't stop smiling. Redders. After Maya hugged him. Thank you, Dad. Owen froze. What? You've been my dad for 8 years. I figured it was time to make it official. Owen held her tight. I'd be honored. Linda appeared, took his hand. Over the years, something had grown between them. Respect, friendship, love. They'd been dating for 2 years, quietly, carefully, but real. Owen knelt down. Right there. In the school parking lot. Linda Chen, will you marry me? She laughed, cried, said yes. They married 6 months later. Small ceremony. Maya as maid of honor. Owen's old assistant Margaret attended. A few close friends. No media. No spectacle. Just love. On their honeymoon, a weekend camping trip they could afford, Linda asked him something. Do you ever regret it? What? Losing everything, Owen thought, then answered honestly. I regret how I made my money. The people I hurt. But losing it? No. Because it led me here. To us. Exactly. Maya thrived at MIT. Double major. Biochemistry and business. She wanted to start her own pharmaceutical company. One that did it right. Owen helped however he could. Advice. Connections. Support. She graduated with honors. Multiple job offers. Turned them all down. Started her own company instead. Chen Pharmaceuticals. Named after her mother. Mission. Affordable medication for all. Owen was her first investor. He'd saved a small amount over the years. Gave it all to Maya. She made him CFO, Chief Financial Officer. No salary. Just equity. They worked out of a small office. 14-hour days. But honest work. Meaningful work. Their first product was a generic cancer drug. Sold at cost. No profit. Just access. The industry laughed. Called them naive. Said they'd fail within a year. They didn't. Patients flocked to them. Doctors recommended them. Word spread. Chen Pharmaceuticals grew. Not into a billion-dollar empire, but into something sustainable, something good. Linda watched her daughter. So proud. She'd been cancer-free for 10 years. Working as a patient advocate. Helping families navigate the system. She and Owen were happy. Simple life. Small apartment. Sunday dinners. Everything they needed. One evening, Owen got a call. From his old company. Now under new management. They wanted to meet. Owen was suspicious, but agreed. The new CEO was young. Idealistic. Reminded Owen of Maya. She got straight to the point. We want to partner with Chen Pharmaceuticals. Why? Because you're doing it right. We want to learn how. Owen was skeptical. What's the catch? No catch. We've restructured. New board. New mission. We want to make medicine accessible. Prove it. She did. Showed him new pricing models. Transparency initiatives. Patient assistance programs. Owen was impressed. I'll talk to Maya. Maya was hesitant. They're the company that almost killed Mom. Under different leadership. Still, I know. But if they're serious, we could help millions. What do you think we should do? Owen smiled. I think you should decide. You're the CEO, Maya thought. Then decided. We partner. But on our terms. The partnership worked. Chen Pharmaceuticals expanded. Medication became affordable. Patients lived who would have died. And Owen watched it all. This little girl who begged for a job. Now changing the world. 5 years later, Maya was named Forbes 30 under 30. Owen attended the ceremony, sat in the back. When Maya accepted, she gave a speech. I was 9 years old when I learned that survival shouldn't depend on wealth. A man taught me that lesson not with words, but with action. She found Owen in the crowd. Owen Westfield lost everything to do the right thing. He rebuilt his life by helping others. And he taught me that true success isn't measured in profit, it's measured in lives changed. Standing ovation. Owen's eyes were wet. Ren. After reporters asked him questions, how does it feel, watching Maya's success? Like everything I lost was worth it. Do you regret your past? Every day. But I'm grateful for the chance to do better. What would you say to your younger self? That people matter more than profit, always. The interview went viral. Owen became a symbol. Redemption. Second chances. Proof that people can change. He didn't want the attention, but he used it. Spoke at schools. Advocated for policy change. Helped others find their way back. On his 60th birthday, Linda threw him a party. Small gathering. Maya, her husband, their 2 kids, Owen's grandchildren, Margaret, a few friends. They toasted him, celebrated him. Owen looked around. This was wealth. Not money. Connection. Love. Family. He'd spent 46 years chasing the wrong thing. But the last 14? He got it right. Maya pulled him aside. I have something for you. She handed him an envelope. What's this? Open it. Inside was a check for $1 million. Maya, your share of the company. We just got acquired. You sold? Part of it. To fund expansion, your equity is worth $20 million. Owen stared. I don't want it. Too bad. You earned it. Maya. Dad, you gave me everything when you had nothing. Let me give something back. Owen's voice cracked. I don't need money. I know. But Mom does. Her dream is to open a patient advocacy center. This makes it happen. Owen looked at Linda, across the room, laughing with her grandchildren. He thought about the woman in that hospital bed, dying, hopeless, now thriving, helping others, because one little girl had the courage to ask, and one broken man had the courage to say yes. Okay. Maya hugged him. Thank you. For everything. Thank you for saving me. I didn't save you. Yes, you did. 10 years later, Owen was 70, retired, healthy, happy. He and Linda lived simply. Small house, big garden. Grandchildren visited often. Maya's company was now international. Affordable medication in 40 countries. Millions of lives saved. She credited Owen in every interview. He deflected every time. One morning, Owen went for a walk, past Westfield Tower, his old building, now owned by someone else. He stood outside, remembered standing at that window, looking down at a little girl in the rain, almost walking away. A voice interrupted his thoughts. Excuse me, sir? Owen turned. A young boy stood there, maybe 10 years old, holding a sign. Please help. My sister needs medicine. Owen's heart stopped. History repeating. He knelt down. What's your name? Carlos. What does your sister need? Insulin. Mom can't afford it. Where's your mum? Working. I came after school. Does she know you're here? No, sir. Owen pulled out his phone, called Maya. I need you to send someone to Westfield Tower, now. What's wrong? Nothing. Everything. Just trust me. 20 minutes later, Maya arrived. Saw her father with the boy. Understood immediately. She knelt down. Hi, Carlos, I'm Maya. Let's help your sister. They took him to his home. Met his mother. Single mom, 2 jobs, barely surviving. Maya arranged everything. Insulin covered. Mom's job situation improved. Carlos's education funded. Owen watched. The cycle continuing. Kindness rippling forward. That night, Maya visited her parents. Found Owen on the porch. You started something today. I just made a call. You always say that. Because it's true. Maya sat beside him. Do you ever think about that day when I showed up at your office? Every day. Do you regret it? Not even for a second. Even though you lost everything? Owen looked at his daughter. This brilliant, kind, powerful woman. I didn't lose everything. I found it. They sat in comfortable silence. Linda joined them, brought tea. The three of them. Family. Not by blood. By choice. By showing up. By loving even when it was hard. Weeks later, Owen got a call. The governor's office. They wanted to honor him. Humanitarian award. For his work in healthcare advocacy. Owen declined. The governor called personally. Mr. Westfield, you've helped change legislation, saved countless lives. I was just trying to make things right. That's exactly why you deserve this. Owen finally agreed. The ceremony was grand. Everything he used to love now felt empty. Except for one part. When Maya gave the introduction speech, when Linda sat in the front row, when Carlos and his family attended, when people whose lives he'd touched filled the room. That felt real. Owen accepted the award, gave a short speech. I spent half my life taking from people, the other half trying to give back. I don't deserve recognition for fixing problems I helped create. But if this award brings attention to healthcare inequality, then I'll accept it. Not for me, for every parent who's had to choose between medicine and rent, for every child who's had to beg for help. They're the real heroes. I just finally started listening. Standing ovation. But Owen only looked at Maya. She was crying. Proud. That night, back home, Linda found him in the garden. You okay? Yeah, just thinking. About? That little girl in the rain. She changed your life. Owen shook his head. I think we saved each other. Linda kissed his cheek. You definitely did. Owen lived to 83, died peacefully, surrounded by family. His last words were to Maya. Keep helping people. Always. Good girl. At his funeral, hundreds attended. Patients, advocates, families. People whose lives intersected with his second chance. Maya gave the eulogy. My father wasn't perfect. He made terrible mistakes, hurt people, chased the wrong things. But when a 9-year-old girl asked him for help, he didn't turn away. He showed up, and he kept showing up. Every day, for 34 years. He taught me that redemption isn't about erasing your past, it's about how you live with it, how you do better, how you help others do better too. Owen Westfield was the richest man I ever knew. Not because of money, because of love. She placed a small handmade sign on his casket, the one she'd carried that rainy day. Faded, worn, precious. Please give me a job. My mama is dying. It had changed 2 lives, and through them, millions more. The end. A 9-year-old girl, a rainy day, a handmade sign, and a billionaire who almost said no. Sometimes, the smallest acts of courage create the biggest change. Maya saved her mother by asking for help. Owen saved himself by giving it. And together, they prove that it's never too late to choose compassion over profit. If this story touched you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Share it with someone who needs to remember that redemption is always possible. And drop a comment. Have you ever asked for help when you had nothing left to lose? Or given help when you didn't have to? Your stories matter. Until next time, remember, true wealth isn't what you have. It's who you help. Stay kind. Stay hopeful. Keep showing up. The end.